board here, and let's script this and do it right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna experiment.
Okay,
I'm just gonna experiment.
This is the Aviom board. This is the inputs and outputs through the Aviom. So if you need to know what is on an Aviom, it is all right here. Okay. If you'll notice, the Aviom's on this side. That's the channel of the Aviom. That's on this side. This is what feeds that channel and what is on that input. So channel. Let's just take Michael's guitar. Michael's guitar is fed by aux 5.
Yeah.
Okay? So, to find aux 5, what we would do would be come over here, and if you'll notice, Michael's guitar is fed through aux 5 right here.
Okay.
Alright? So, do you see how I did that?
Yeah.
This is the assignable, these are the flex assignable things. You can assign anything you want to them.
Yeah.
So, I went to aux 5, and then it pulls this up. Alright? Now, I'm just going to show you this for fun. This is free. You don't have to worry about it. But see this little button here? It's called flip to fader. If you ever are doing big mixes,
say what goes to aux 5.
so you can set all these different things in there by just moving that up. Okay, that's for free. You don't have to pay extra. Okay.
I didn't know that one. That's cool.
Let's say here's one that's used a lot: the piano, which is aux 7. Okay, so if you come over here, aux 7. If you'll notice, aux 7 has the piano, the keyboard, and vocal 9 all mixed into one channel, and it goes from aux 7, piano, keyboard, vocal 9, and it goes into the number 9 on the Aviom. That way you can do that. Now that's the very basic routing on how this all works, okay? Now it gets complicated. Okay, because we have all of these different auxes feeding Avioms, and then we take all the PQ mixes and we use those for vocal feeds into the Avioms. Okay, these are the things that need to be mixed together. These are things that we're sending independently. They are done on the PQs. Now let me show you where the PQs are on the output page. Okay, and they are over here. You see how it says PQ1, PQ2.
Yeah.
Here's your PQ. If you'll notice, vocal 1. Let's just go to Michael's vocal, which is vocal 4. All right. Michael's vocal is vocal 4. So we take the feed from vocal 4 and we feed it.
Is that a stereo channel?
It is a stereo channel, but we only send mono. We can only send mono to the Avioms. So
why is it a stereo channel?
Well, because that's what this PQ is set up as.
Okay.
Why does the left run so much hotter than the right on the PQs? So the left channel runs so much more hotter.
Because we're fading everything to left. Because we can only assign one channel to it. So we faded everything left. Since Avioms are mono feeds. Okay. You can't send a stereo. You can't send Michael down in stereo. You have to send him down as Michael, and he can take it and pan it right or left, but he doesn't have a true stereo channel. Okay, so that's how that's done. Now, if you'll notice, it also has deverb on it, which is just a real basic reverb channel, so that it's not dry in his ears. So if Michael says, "Man, I'm in a well. Something's wrong with my reverb," you would have to come to vocal 4 in the PQ, go to the deverb, and then you can from here adjust how much reverb he has by adding the mix, taking mix back, doing those kind of things. Okay, so you with me on that?
And that's only on PQs, though, right? You can't do those on the directs, on the aux sends.
No, we probably could, but we don't do it.
Okay.
I'll show you why. But so that's there. So you can change the how much reverb he has into his ear. Now here's where it gets fun also. But in addition to having a this is the feed and reverb, he also has a 31-band graphic equalizer in here. And his 31-band graphic equalizer is really hot on the high end.
He's been listening to too much rock and roll when he was young.
That's right. So we have to do that. We do this to crispen it up in his ears, so that he's got good vocal.
What do you do for Dan? That's what I want to know.
It's all maxed out.
It's all maxed out. All right.
This is going on YouTube, by the way.
Okay. So
you have to mute that bit out.
If Michael said, "Hey, I need some changes in my ears," equalization, then you're going to have to come and pick this 31-band graphic equalizer, and you can come to this section of the board and pick it. and then make changes here. Do you see how I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the graphic equalizer section, so that when you touch this, it has changes up there, and so you can.
You got 8 sliders, so you got 31 bands. So this tells you what range
Right.
these 8 sliders affect.
Right,
Okay.
and so
Oops, I'm sorry.
that way you can make changes here. All right, here or here. So that's the way that works. Okay.
How many PQs are we sending back?
We're sending 8 PQs, but only vocal 3, vocal 4, vocal 5 are the ones that use the PQs. I mean, that use the graphic equalizers. The reason is it uses up.
Does he have marked EQs?
Yeah.
Right
It
here.
uses up a lot of processing power to throw a 31-band graphic equalizer in on top of that. And so we're limited on how much processing power we have. So if you'll notice on this it says vocal 4 is in on PQ4. It has a plug-in, which is the deverb, and it also has a graphic EQ on there. Okay? Now, let's just take vocal 2, which is on PQ2, just to show you something. If you'll notice, it's the same setup here. Vocal 2, it says vocal 2, so this is your feed. And it also has your deverb, which you've also seen. But if you'll notice, it has a plug-in, which is a 4-band graphic equalizer. And this we use because it's less power. It takes less power from the processor to run this plug-in than it does to do the 31-band graphic equalizer. And so you'll notice this is just a real. What we do is we drop the mids and bump the highs to give them definition in the ears.
Yeah.
Okay, and so if somebody's got a problem with their equalizer in their ear, you would have to go to. First of all, you would go to outputs. PQs, pick it, and then if it's got a 31-band graphic equalizer, you change it there, or if it's got a 4-band graphic equalizer or deverb.
So how do you switch sax to this channel 16?
Okay, what are we in? Let me just check my filing.
Go to aux.
All right, we're just in the Sunday worship. Okay, so what was the problem? I don't understand.
So
Sax
was in the click track, and they wanted to move it somewhere else.
We did. We moved it.
Okay, clack.
We didn't save it.
But we just want to show how to do that.
All right. All right, we've got, if you'll see, sax and violin we're in aux 11, where we've moved them to aux 11 because we gave aux 9 to percussion, which is 15.
Yeah, that's
So
what we moved him
what
back
I'm
to,
telling you is that when Dan is playing percussion,
which he was, but they wanted him in there anyway.
okay, just wanted to make sure, because we moved them out of there because Dan didn't like them in the percussion.
Which one? The sax?
The sax.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And that's what we moved him back to on Sunday.
that's
So-
fine, and we can do that. But right now, so this is not that show. So right now we're back on the inputs. Okay, so we need to see what is in. Where were they? 15. Where were they?
11. 11's where they.
Okay. All right. So there they are. Here they are. We want to take them out. So all I did was I picked aux 11, which is where they were. So all you can do, you can either turn it off by punching it or turning it down. Okay. So there's one, and the other one's over here. This is your violin. Punch it, turn it down. That's taking them out, and we want to add them where?
Just any channel. Just pick a
Aux
channel so
9
you
or
can see how to
whatever,
do
yeah.
it.
Aux 9 was where
We're going to put them on aux 9, and
Yeah.
so we're going to go to aux 9, which is percussion, and so we would add them by turning it on
Bringing it down.
and bringing it up, okay? Then we'll go back over here to this one, we'll turn it on and bring it up. That's all there is to it.
And because you're selected on aux 9.
See, we're selected right here on aux 9.
Or you can just change the aux 9 right there in aux 11.
You can do the same thing here.
How would you
Yeah.
change aux
which
9
is
right
what
there?
I did.
Well,
On-off
see
button.
the
click
on-off
the
button
Okay, there it is.
there, or add them.
So
you
it
know,
tells you
okay, and if
there
you'll look
which-
right here, this is the same thing.
Right.
So these aux channels are duplicated right here. And so you could go, if we want, you select sax 2, you can, since it's selected, you can go on, off, whatever, right here.
So he's currently here on aux.
And see, watch
9.
this. When I change this, when I'm rolling this up or down, it's changing that over there. So there's so many different ways to get to the same point on this board. It's really which way you're comfortable with. So that's done. So now when we quit, we'll save this and it'll be the same thing as it.
Yeah, and I run all my. I'm comfortable mainly on the screen, so I run all my aux information right here. So if they want it, say I want something in my ear, then I pound and pull them up right here on there.
So are we
Alright.
saving what we just did for real?
Yeah.
Is it? It's not the card anymore.
Well, we won't. We'll make the changes. But that's what they wanted to do last week or last Sunday.
So my issue was I had playback going into 2 different channels, and was trying to use the playback was too hot in one channel, too low. Want to move everything down to 16. So I could have changed the playback from Pro Tools
Right.
to go into 16 because you had assigned that to me at one point.
Right.
And we had assigned it into 2 different channels, and it was throwing everybody off. Oh, it's not in 16; it's in 10. The drums are in 10. Well, no,
Put it in there.
so we can put it
Really
wherever we
easy.
want.
So this is if you ever need to make any changes to any of the PQ or to any of the Avioms, you have to go to look at this because this tells you exactly where to go. I don't remember this. That's why we have this.